On this edition of Lexington Now, a new public artwork celebrating the Maquis de Lafayette and a new distillery. I'm Neil Noah, and welcome to Lexington Now for the week of May 19th, 2025. A new artwork was unveiled outside the Fayette County Detention Center. It's called The Birth of Hope.
So we are here today to officially dedicate our newest piece of public art, The Birth of Hope. Louisville artist Dave Caudle has created this wonderful sculpture. It is a powerful reminder that hope belongs everywhere in our community, and that change is always possible. Located at the entrance to our Fayette County Detention Center, The Birth of Hope brings brightness and positivity to those who work here and to the visitors who come in and out every day. The piece is dedicated to the men and women of the detention center and illustrates the spirit of the staff who work so hard to protect and serve our community.
This has been a great opportunity for me. When I get a chance to do a piece of public art, I want to do something that is heartfelt, that's important in its own way, and those things were here in spades. The chance to build this piece was really an important part of my career. I felt when I had this opportunity that hope was the single most important common denominator of all the people who are involved with the detention center in any way whatsoever. In good times, we celebrate our hopes fulfilled, but in challenging times, it's hope that sustains us. So I hope that you all have great hopes in your lives that take you places where you couldn't even imagine.
A unique pleasure of this artwork is that viewers will be able to see it and see the site change and evolve over time. I've been able to experience the work during different times of the day with different sky conditions, and to view it at night with the dramatic lighting. And of course, the beautiful garden that has just been installed will be growing and filling out over the next few months, providing color and texture throughout the year.
This is a real coming out party, truly, for the whole Public Arts Commission, many of which are here, and we meet every month and we work hard with the opportunity to make Lexington more beautiful, one piece of public art at a time. This is a real gratifying get for that group, for the people that work here and understand what goes on here, but for the city of Lexington. A city built on the infrastructure of the arts, from its moniker as the Athens of the West to the station that it has today as the arts leader, in my opinion, in our entire state.
This very corridor is traveled by many people on a daily basis, and this spot is home to our community corrections facility. And now this statue will be seen by all those who travel it, coming in and out, as well as all the employees that frequent it on a daily basis.
Hope. You will not find it in our policy manual. It isn't on the job description. There is no in-service training requirement for hope. But hope, it is essential in our profession. No, hope is critical to a jail officer to possess. One of the toughest officers I ever worked with one day commented to me that I don't know what good this job is doing. This struck me hard. In that moment, I realized that if we as officers could not find our hope, how are the individuals locked behind these walls going to find any hope? Hope isn't just for the inmates, it's also for us. It's what gets us up at 4:30 in the morning. It's what helps us step back into a unit after a fight. Hope is what allows us to believe something better is always possible, not just for the men and women behind bars, but for ourselves also. This job, I openly admit, can chip away at you. The long hours, the constant state of vigilance, the emotional toll of watching people stuck in cycles of violence, addiction, and regret. We talk constantly about safety and security in the division, and that is rightly so. But none of us should forget we are keepers of something more powerful. We are gatekeepers of second chances. And if we do not hold on to hope ourselves, we have nothing to give. Today, let's take a moment and challenge each other, officers. Find the small ray of hope President Kennedy speaks of in signs of growth in others, quiet victories, someone getting clean, someone getting their GED, someone calling their kids instead of their crew. Then I challenge you all to find a way back to your own hopes, your family, your faith, your fitness, a good laugh with somebody who gets it. Protect your own hope, officers, like it's part of your gear. At the end of the day, for me, bars and locks do not define this work. It is the belief that tomorrow can be better than today. And that belief, it starts with us. Again, President Obama said it best. While we breathe, we will hope. Thank you.
This past week, a marker was unveiled celebrating 200 years since the arrival of the Marquis de Lafayette, hero of the Revolutionary War.
Welcome to Gratz Park and to the 200th anniversary of General Lafayette's arrival in Lexington exactly 200 years ago this afternoon at this location. We live in Fayette County, Kentucky, so named for him in 1780 by the Virginia legislature. He was a hero of the American Revolutionary War, a personal confidant of General Washington, for whom he named his only son, George Washington Lafayette, and a great American hero who at the age of 19 left everything behind in France to come to fight for the dream of American independence.
Transylvania University, as you know, was headquartered here in this rectangle that was not an open park at the time. It had a very large 3-story building. It's depicted on this interpretive sign, and it was the everything of Transylvania's campus at that time. Beautiful big building with a cupola, et cetera, et cetera. So General Lafayette, when he arrived here, was met by a crowd of thousands of people and spoke here. He was a busy man, and he covered a tremendous amount of territory. His travels for this 1824-1825 visit to America, he was referred to as the nation's guest. And he was welcomed abundantly and warmly all over our country. There were 24 states at the time, and he hit all 24 of them before he went back to France some 13 months later. But I think he must have had not only great valor and stamina and commitment during the Revolutionary War, he also had great stamina and valor when he was covering 24 states in 13 months in the United States. When you consider traveling by carriage and boat, and even at one point the boat he was on sank, and really just an amazing visit. So I will say no more because we are visited today by General Lafayette.
And I thank all of you gathered here today to commemorate my visiting of this city 200 years ago today, for having come to witness the unveiling of this marvelous monument that will serve as a permanent indicator of the historic actions that took place on this spot 200 years ago. Merci.
I am the great, I should say 7 times great daughter of Lafayette. But I'm very proud to be a descendant of Lafayette. But Lafayette doesn't belong to a family anymore. Lafayette belongs to humanity. And I think that the values he embodies, that means courage, love for freedom and habeas corpus, and a sense of adventure are very up to date today, and I think we have to continue to maintain these values, which are very important for our world to be better.
A new distillery comes to town after this.
Hello everyone, Mayor Linda Gorton here. It's May and our 250th anniversary celebration is springing ahead. Lexington is a city where everyone is accepted and embraced. Our residents come from all over the world. We're celebrating the uniqueness that enriches our community with the Diversity Festival. We're also celebrating the 200th anniversary of the visit of the Maquis de Lafayette, the hero of the American Revolution, to Lexington. Our county was named for him. Join us this May to learn more about the place you call home. Visit 250lex.com for more information.
Welcome back to Lexington Now. A new distillery is opening in Lexington. Mayor Gorton was among those on hand to make it official.
As mayor, one of my main priorities is to reinforce an environment that welcomes and supports our business community, and you all sure did turn out for this. It's what keeps our city moving forward. That is why ribbon cuttings are so exciting. They welcome new opportunities for business owners, their employees, and our community. Today, the rebirth of the bourbon industry in Lexington continues with RD1 Spirits. In 1865, the Ashland Distillery became Central Kentucky's first federally licensed distiller, known as Registered Distillery Number 1. Therefore, RD1. RD1 Spirits mixes history with new approaches. And I want to congratulate everyone involved with this exciting venture.
The impact that the bourbon industry has on Kentucky really cannot be overstated. We're talking a $9 billion economic impact on the state. The Kentucky Bourbon Trail saw an extraordinary 2.7 million guests in 2024 at our nearly 120 distilleries all across Kentucky. And RD1 is set to expand upon that and reach unique research and development industries so that we can welcome another 30,000 guests right here to this facility. The governor and I are so committed to helping distilleries like this get up and going. And the state invested more than $500,000 towards this project alone. But bourbon isn't the only industry that we've got exploding in Kentucky right now. The good news is that there is opportunity everywhere you look in every sector of the Commonwealth. $35 billion in economic investments to create over 60,000 good-paying jobs all across Kentucky. That didn't happen in a vacuum, and it didn't happen overnight. investors and staff at places like RD1, organizations like Commerce Lexington, the state legislature, state government. It has taken all of us working together to create this kind of prosperity. But those amazing jobs numbers and investments don't mean as much if they don't reach every community. And so we are here today focused, laser focused, on making sure that this kind of prosperity, and maybe bourbon, reaches every Kentuckian in this Commonwealth.
I am so excited to be serving in my first term as council member for the 11th District here in Lexington. This is a district full of a variety of housing types, the Red Mile, part of downtown, unique destinations, main corridors, the new Gatton Park on Town Branch, Rupp Arena, the Distillery District, and now RD1 right here in the new entertainment district of Turner Commons. I am thrilled that you all decided to stay in the 11th District and join this corner of the city that will soon be bustling with even more activity. I think we have something very special going on here, and I'm elated that you are going to invest in not only Lexington, but this part of town. I'm sure that this new facility will be a hub for visitors and Lexingtonians alike as they enjoy discovering the amazing bourbon and the experience of visiting a distillery on the Bourbon Trail, proving that Lexington can also be on the map and known for its world-class bourbon.
I would just like to say thank you to our team, to Mike Tedderton and the people at RD1. Just greatly appreciate the work that they've done. I've just been a silent partner and an investor. And one thing I learned early on is to tie up and to be connected to good people. And certainly Mike Tedderton and the team at RD1 has been remarkable. I'm proud just to be a small part of it. And then the second part of that is Darren Turner. Darren's not only a personal friend of mine, both Mike and Darren have been extremely successful in whatever they've touched in business throughout the Commonwealth. And I'm just proud to be a part of that with them. So with Darren, it was kind of a no-brainer because we're personal friends, and then also to be a partner and to help open this beautiful venue that he's worked so hard for. I know Darren has been so successful, but he's passionate about this project down here and what he's doing, and he's pouring his heart and soul into it, and we're proud to be a part of it.
I'll tell you a little bit about the development real quick. So we have 40-something acres here, 42 acres. Coming soon, you'll see, we call this the retail Airbnb building. It's going to be behind us. So the steel comes in the 1st of June. It'll take us about 7 months to construct that. That building's going to look like it's an old train station built back in the 50s. Thank you to Thoroughbred Architects and Engineers for some of their vision and their work they put towards that. And then we have a big entertainment venue. It's a 2,000-person entertainment venue that's going to go right here in this corner. So in between, you'll have about a half an acre of green space. It's going to be really incredible. Fire pits, waterfall, water fountains, a really incredible space. So this area will be the entertainment area. So this building behind us, which was my office area, is going to end up being a really nice high-end restaurant. So that'll be announced here soon. And the operator to the venue will be announced here in 3 to 4 weeks, hopefully, as we get them under contract. So a lot of cool, fun stuff to come.
30 recipients of scholarships were announced at a ceremony at City Hall. We were there for the announcement.
Today, I'm very pleased to announce that 30 Lexington High School graduates will receive scholarships through Governor Beshear's Everybody Counts program. So I want everybody who is receiving a scholarship to raise your hand. Yay! These 30 scholarships, both college scholarships and career and technical education scholarships, will build bridges to opportunity for these students and for our entire community.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to be part of this community and appreciate the kindness you've shown. This college is opening doors I never thought possible, and I'm excited to meet new people and achieve success after a long battle in life. I finally have a chance to grow and pursue my passion of electricity. Thank you again for your generosity and thoughtfulness.
Today we bring together One Lexington, LFUCG, the Mayor's Office, the Governor's Everybody Counts initiative, which includes our friends at the Education and Labor Cabinet and the Governor's Office, Fayette County Public Schools, and Bluegrass Community Foundation. It takes a village, we've said. Every student's story is different, but the financial gap in paying for college training or technical education is often shared.
Everybody Counts invested $500,000 this year to provide Fayette students participating in Everybody Counts with opportunities, resources, support, and networks they need to be successful beyond high school. $180,000 of this investment is designated for today's 18 seniors receiving the Be the Change Scholarship. $150,000 is designated to enhance in-school mentoring services, programming, and trauma-informed care services. We've also designated $70,000 to develop and or enhance student support services in the early years of post-secondary education. And finally, $100,000 to provide non-traditional post-secondary skills scholarships to former and current Fayette County graduates who are not actively employed or pursuing education after high school.
We are giving $10,000 scholarships to 18 students, right? But not just any scholarship, but this is scholarships for students who are attending in-state schools and are going in career fields that will ultimately address the root causes of gun violence. So that is social work, that is education, that is criminal justice field, right? In 2020, we saw a bunch of our young people utilizing social media, packing the streets out, protesting about the change that they wanted to see. And we all for that. But are you also going to go out and be the change that you want to see in these systems, in your community? And that is what 18 of these young people will be doing moving forward. And also coupled with that, we gave away 12 skill scholarships to young people who face some challenges. I don't believe any kid is bad. I believe some of us just have some obstacles and barriers that we have to overcome. Some of these young people up here today have felt the fire of gun violence, have been directly affected by gun violence, have parental system involvement and other challenges that they've had to overcome, and they could have easily given up. As somebody, as a young man who faced challenges, I know what it's like to feel like I can't go forward anymore. I don't have the opportunity. And so these skill scholarships have provided that opportunity so that they can go out and continue to be great. I always tell young people that I mentor, and I'll close with this, that your legacy is not about what you all collect while you're here. It's about what you leave behind once you are gone. One more time, let's give a round of applause for these young people leaving behind a legacy. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you.
Mayor Gorton gave the city's annual budget address recently. We are bringing you highlights leading up to the adoption of the budget. This week, we're featuring Part 5.
Safety is always at the top of our concerns when we're assisting people who are homeless. In this budget, the Office of Homelessness Prevention and Intervention will expand to include an encampment coordinator, strengthening Lexington's response to unsheltered homelessness. The encampment coordinator will work directly with contracted street outreach providers to improve service, address health and safety concerns, and move people one step closer to permanent housing. Our substance use disorder intervention program also moves people closer to permanent housing each month by providing housing assistance for 50 people experiencing substance use disorder. Programs like this one helped us reduce our overdose deaths right here in Fayette County by 32% between 2023 and 2024. Finding a first job or finding a better job can also be an important step toward finding permanent housing. Job training is the focus of our Work Lexington workforce development programs, which also help our employers who need a skilled workforce. We have included $400,000 in this budget to fund the partner organizations that do our workforce training. The city sponsors 2 additional job training programs. One is our Second Chance Academy, which we started in 2023. It offers workforce training to people who are completing jail sentences at our detention center. We contract with Jubilee Jobs to manage this program for $100,000. Through March, we have had 164 graduates of this program, including 71 who are currently employed full-time. The Summer Youth Job Training Program, coordinated by Partners for Youth, introduces 300 to 400 young people to the world of work every single year. These soft skills trainings and college readiness programs include 6 weeks of part-time paid employment in the summer. While it's not a jobs training program per se, our Panhandler Outreach program often helps people take their first steps to employment. We are expanding this program to 3 days a week. The program, operated by New Life Day Center, offers the opportunity to earn pay for community cleanup projects. We have increased the budget for that program by $60,000. Providing new job opportunities for these and other job seekers is a goal we work toward every day. And here are 2 examples. First, in a few months, construction will begin on our Legacy Business Park, which will be home to more than 1,000 jobs. This budget includes $146,000 for general operation expenses for the Legacy Business Park. Second, as we work to become a hub for ag-tech businesses, we are preparing a 3rd round of Bluegrass ag-tech grants. Each round is $250,000. In the first round, we supported 7 ag-tech projects, 5 of which were right here in Lexington. We've received applications for the second round of funding, and they are under review right now. Now, the people who make all these things happen and more are our employees. I have included in my budget a 3% pay raise for our non-sworn employees.
We've got some live coverage coming your way this week on Lex TV and streaming online. And remember, you can also find the most up-to-date information on non-televised city business at lexingtonky.gov. Here's this week's meeting coverage. That's all for now, but as always, you can keep up with us on social media. Check out the latest traffic updates on X at LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. For all of us at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.